Okay, before we start fiddling around with anything else, I think we need to get some tests in here to just verify that the reply functionality to comments is working. But we are also currently not protecting against the fact that we could possibly tweak the form and reply to replies, and that's not great. So let's get started with the sort of like the best case stuff of creating a reply, and then we'll go ahead and fill in the edge cases. So let's go and make out a test. We're going to call this comment reply store controller test. And let's head over to comment reply store controller test and start the process. So it can reply to a comment. We'll just keep things really, really simple for now. So what do we need to be able to do this? Well, we need a comment in the first place, and we need a comment that is a parent, which is fine because that's sort of like the default anyway. So we're going to say comment factory create, and let's just die dump on that comment. And let's go ahead and specifically run this test. So feature comment reply store controller test. Okay, that's failed. Let's just take a look why. Not null. Okay, yeah, so that needs to be for a user, doesn't it? So comment factory for user factory create. We don't really care who the user is. That's failed again. So let's have a look. Commentable type. What are we doing? Okay, yeah, it needs to be for a thing, doesn't it? Factory and create. What do we do in our other tests? I've completely forgotten. So let's say comments, store test, store controller test. What do we do here? User factory. Ah, yeah, because it was creating a comment, wasn't it? Okay, so yeah, we need to sort of set things up now because we're assuming we already have a comment created. Okay, it makes sense now. So we've got an article. This is for a user, and it also needs to belong to this article as well. How do we do this? I think actually has user and for article. Does that work? No, let's have a look. Okay. So call to undefined comment article. Do we need to say commentable? Nope. I think actually, oh yeah, because obviously we've created this, which is not what we'd normally do when we say for. So let's say for article factory, and we'll get rid of that. We might need to sort of tweak this in a minute, but let's have a look and let's just test that out. Still fails. Comments user ID. So maybe for as well. Okay, yeah, there we go. So for an article and also for a user. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Let's just verify this data. User one, article one. Perfect. Okay, so let's just roll with this, and then if we get stuck, it's fine. So can reply to a comment. So now we need a user who is going to be acting as the person who is replying. That can just be a completely new user. It doesn't really matter. We don't need to use the same user who posted this comment, although we could if we wanted to. So first thing we're going to say is acting as user. What do we want to do? Well, we want to post down to that root comments replies store. We need the comment in the root for root model binding, like so. And we want to post down the, let's just remind ourselves, comment reply body. And we're going to say a reply. Let's go ahead and just run our test, make sure that's good. It works. It's just risky because there's no assertions. So we're going to say assert. I think, what did we do before? Did we say assert okay on here? Let's just have a look at our comment store controller test. And I think, did we just remove it? So we used assert redirect, which is exactly what we want to happen. We don't really care where it's being redirected to because it could be redirected to anywhere. So there we go. We've got a pass on that one, but we're not really verifying that this is actually storing the comment. So once again, we're going to go comment or expect comment replies to have count 1. And that's good. And what else do we want to expect here? To have count 1 And we'll do the same thing as we did before. First, body to be, and then let's assign a variable to that body. I basically just want to make sure that this data is getting stored in there. And there we go. Great. We've got 3 assertions on that now. Okay, so if not anything else, the other test I want to do is that we cannot reply to a reply, which is really important. So let's go and create our test for that. Now, the setup for this is going to get a little bit more lengthy. So let's say it cannot reply to a reply. And if you want to think of a better name, feel free. Okay, so we need a user, we need a comment, but we also need a comment that already has a reply. So how are we going to do this? Well, we could, let's actually think. So we've got a comment here that's attached to an article for a user, and then we kind of want to say something like has a reply. So let's say has comment class, and under replies, maybe? Could we do that? Okay, let's just test this specifically. Filter down to this and see if that works. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. And let's have a look here. Must be type. Oh, sorry. What have I done here? This factory. And let's try that again. Okay, yes, that still fails. And user ID. Okay, yeah, so this needs a user as well. The reply itself needs a user. So I think what we could do is we could say comment for article factory, like so. We could say for user factory. That's going to create that out for a user. And then we could say, oh no, we're doing this in the complete wrong order. Factory for, and then we could say state, and then set the body to a reply. I'm pretty sure that's going to work. And let's have a look here and see what we're missing. And yeah, article, it's commentable. Let's just pull this down as well, actually, because we're going to get into a massive state here otherwise. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, okay. There's probably sort of clearer ways to do this, but I'm just trying to lean on factories as much as possible here. So what we're doing is we are creating, obviously, an overall comment for an article, and obviously a user has created this, but then it has a reply, and the reply is attached to that article, the reply is attached to that user, but we've used the state method here to set the body, which is a reply. So if we just die dump here, just to demo this and make sure that we're heading in the right direction, comment replies first body, what would we expect to see? Well, we'd expect to see a reply. So we know that this has now got a reply. So now that we know that we've got a comment that already has a reply, we can take the first reply and try and reply to that reply. So let's say acting as user, and let's say post to, let's go into comments, reply store, pass in the, this is where it gets tricky. So let's pluck out the reply. Let's say comment replies first. That's the reply we're trying to reply to. So reply. And basically here, all we want to do is say assert. What do we want? Do we want to say assert forbidden? That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So let's run this, and you can see that the body field is required. Okay. Body, or in this case, comment reply body. And we're going to say a reply to a reply. Doesn't matter what we put in there because it needs to fail anyway. So what's actually happening is we are getting a 302 redirect. So it looks like it is actually replying to this reply, but we expect a 403. So now we've got a failing test. Our job really is just to go ahead and fill this in. So comment reply store controller. Let's figure out what we need to do. Now, there's a couple of ways that we can do this. Let's make the test pass first, and then we'll go ahead and refactor. So let's say abort if, and let's say comment is parent, and it is not a parent. and let's abort with a 403 forbidden. That should get that test to pass. So that's good. If you wanted to leave it like that, fair enough. We'll just leave it like that, and that's absolutely fine. What we could do though is we could add in a policy. Should we do that now? Let's just think about this. So if we had a policy in here and we had a specific request, a form request, we could say, can we reply to this? Okay, I'm going to leave it as it is for now, I think. Let's just run our whole test suite, and that's looking good. I'm going to leave this as it is for now because I think this is absolutely fine. But the key thing here is that we know that we can't reply to a reply. We've hidden that in the UI, but we know that it's backed up now in our tests. Now, there are other things that we could test in here, like requires a body. So we could go ahead and very quickly create that out just as an additional test. So let's say it requires a body, requires a reply body. And let's set this comment up as usual, but let's just ignore the comment reply body. And we'll say assert session has errors, comment reply body. That should be good. Let's just run all of our tests again, and it doesn't. So let's have a look here. Okay, so why is that not? Oh, let's get rid of that. There you go. Okay, so I just had an assertion left over. Okay, so I think that's enough now for our comment reply tests. That should be enough just to sort of make sure that this is actually working. And yeah, there we go.